Hello, how are you?
All right.
Guess what? Today's the day. You're probably wondering who I am talking to you at your door, huh? My name is Becky. I'm a physical therapist, okay? I understand that you just had a hip replacement, and I'm here to get you out of bed for the first time, okay?
All right. They warned me you would be coming.
Yes, that's what I do. Get people up after, I bother them out right after surgery, okay? So my name's Becky, like I said, I'm a physical therapist. Want to get you moving a little bit today. Can I get your full name and date of birth?
Gina Phalange, 9780.
Okay, let me see your armband. Do you have a middle name?
May.
May, okay. So, so what we're going to be doing, first of all, how are you feeling today?
Oh, this hip is hurting me.
The hip is hurting you?
Yeah.
Okay. You've been having problems for a long time because you're not that old, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
I had an accident when I was younger that led to the hip just
Gotcha.
breaking down.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself. I want to know, who do you live with at home?
I live by myself.
Okay. And do you live in a 1 or 2 level home?
I live on the second floor of an apartment building.
Okay. Are there any elevators or do you just have stairs to get
No,
there?
I just have steps and there's a lot of them.
Okay. Well, is it just straight up? Do you have like a landing?
There's a landing halfway, but it's 10 steps on each part.
Okay. And do you have, I'm assuming there's some kind of handrails there.
There are.
Okay. 1 or 2?
There is there's 2 handrails, but I can really only reach one at a time.
Okay, so they're kind of too far apart for you. Okay. And tell me about what your activity level was prior to, having your surgery.
It was pretty good. I was working full time.
Okay. Oh, what do you do for work?
I work in the ED. I'm a nurse.
Oh, okay. Well, you're on your feet quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure that hasn't been helping with your pain and everything.
Kind of just kept going, and when I could sit and take a break, I did, but it wasn't very often.
Okay. And so, do you have any assistive devices at home that you might use?
I had a cane that I would sometimes use,
Okay.
but that's it.
Okay, so you don't have a walker or anything, or crutches or anything like that?
No.
Okay. And I'm assuming if you were an ED nurse, you're probably driving.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of leisure activities did you do?
Well, I have a dog, so
Okay.
I used to take the dog to the park.
Okay.
When just to get outside and get moving a little bit.
Okay.
Other than that, it's been really hard for me to exercise just because of how
Right.
much pain I was having.
Gotcha. Okay. And who's watching your dog since you're in here?
Oh, one of my friends took it in for me.
Okay. And your friends, when you leave the hospital, do you have anybody here that can help you whenever you go home, or?
Well, I have some friends who can come by, but they also work, so they can't be there all the time.
Gotcha. Okay, so there's going to be periods of time when you're home alone by yourself.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, you had a posterior hip replacement on that left side. So that means you have some hip precautions. Do you know what those hip precautions are?
Well, they got this big thing here between my legs.
Okay.
So they told me about not crossing my legs.
Okay, yeah. So a couple things we're going to go over. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of get this tray table out of the way. We're just going to completely move that out of the way. So yeah, you've got some hip precautions. I brought this walker in. I'm going to adjust it for you in just a second. So you are not allowed to cross your legs. You're not allowed to turn your toes in what you would call pigeon-toed, okay? And you're also not allowed to bend your waist past 90, or your leg past 90 degrees, okay? So most people don't do this, but it's the bending over that you want to avoid. And typically it's a combination of those movements that will dislocate that hip. We don't want to dislocate it, because then you're in for another mess of problems, okay? The other thing that you have restrictions, the doctor ordered, you're going to be toe touch weight bearing, okay? Basically what that means, and I can show you whenever you stand or whenever you sit up so you can see a little bit better, is you're only putting your toe down for balance, but most of your weight is gonna go through your arms on the rolling walker. I'll show you that whenever we sit up, okay? So I also wanna make note, I saw in your chart that your hemoglobin was and your hematocrit was a little bit low. I believe your hemoglobin was around 8 and your hematocrit around 20. So you might get a little bit dizzy whenever we sit up, okay? So I just want to kind of take a note of that, okay?
Okay.
So do you have any questions before we start doing anything for me?
No.
No? Okay. So what my plan is, we're going to work on sitting up, getting to the edge of the bed, see how you feel, see how you do. Once we do that, I'm going to get you all set up. We're going to go for a little bit of walk. And when we're finished, you're gonna end up in this chair here. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set your chair up. I brought an extra gown for your backside. Do you have any clothes here with you?
No, but one of my friends is gonna drop off my bag today.
All right, so what we'll do for today, we're just gonna use that gown, this extra gown that I have, okay? I'm gonna put this barrier down on this chair. That way you're not sticking to it, okay? And with this recliner chair, I'm gonna put it, I wanna make sure I got the brakes on it, but I feel like if I put the brakes on it now, it's gonna be in our way, okay? So I'm just gonna leave it right here for now. Let me put this down. Okay, I see you got a catheter in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull down your sheets, and if you wouldn't mind, as I pull them down, just kind of pull your gown down, okay, because I don't want to expose you. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that you're all covered. Okay, all right. And I see that you got your hip abduction brace in. This is kind of a good thing to use, you know, when you're sleeping. That way you don't accidentally cross your legs, okay? What is your pain level right now?
It's about a 7.
About a 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's pretty strong. But this is going to be the first time you've been out of bed.
Yes.
Okay. If you wouldn't mind helping me lift your good leg. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to come around to this side. I'm actually going to put this down too. What's your dog's name?
Sally.
Sally. That's a great name for a dog. All right, so I'm gonna have you kind of help me lift this leg.
That's a lot harder than the other one.
Yep, it's going to be. It's gonna be kind of sore for a while. I'm gonna set this off to the side so it's out of the way. So the occupational therapist, well first I'm gonna unplug this IV pole. Okay, we wanna unplug the IV pole and I'm gonna kind of collect this together. We're going to bring this around because we're going to get up on this other side of the bed here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Sally the dog. So, what are some of your goals for therapy? Okay.
Well, the biggest thing is I want to get back home with my dog. And, you know, I need to get back to work too.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. We have this here. Let's get some socks on you. There they are. So OT is going to probably come in later because you have those hip precautions. We don't want you bending over to put your socks on. So they're going to work with you on some tools and have some tools for putting your socks on for today. I'm going to help you with this one. But let me see, if I give you this sock, are you able to put it on?
Yeah.
Before you do though, let me, I'm going to drape this over you. That way we're not exposing you when you pull that up. Moving pretty good. Pretty well.
Yeah.
Huh? Not too bad.
That leg's never really give me problems. Just
No.
this one.
Okay. So since you've got that low H&H levels, I'm going to check your vital signs, okay? All right, so top right here. All right, so you have, since you have that IV in that other arm, I'm gonna do your blood pressure in this arm. Do you have any restrictions that you know of in this arm?
No.
Okay. Okay, so what you're gonna do is just relax that arm. Don't be alarmed at that. Okay, we're gonna put that on. That's gonna check your oxygen levels. Okay. I'm gonna let that blood pressure take. Okay. While that's taking, I'm just gonna take a look at your scar or your incision over here. Okay, so I'm gonna lift this up. Okay. Your dressing seems to be pretty intact. Okay. What we want to look for is any like excess drainage, or if there's something that's coming through that bandage. Okay. All right. All right. Right now your blood pressure is a little bit low. It's like 110 over 70. Okay. Is that normal for you?
No. I mean, usually I'm 120 over 80. So.
Okay. Let's just leave that on there. Okay. Are you having any kind of numbness or tingling in your arms or your legs or anything?
No, yesterday these legs were numb, but they're not this.
Okay. Can you move your ankles up and down for me? Good, that's pretty symmetrical. Does this feel the same on both sides? Any kind of numbness?
No.
No? Okay, here?
No, it feels the same.
Okay, here?
Yep.
What about, let me come around to the other side. What about by this incision? Can you feel that okay?
I mean, I can feel it. It's
A little diminished?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. How tall are you, would you say?
About 5'8".
5'8". All right. So I am 5'4". This might be about a good size for you. Okay. All right. So let me put the feet down. Maybe. It's going to be maybe a little bit easier for you to get out of bed with those feet completely down. And I'm going to put the bed down too. They might be down the whole way. So, okay. So what you're going to do is I'm going to let you do as much as you can on your own. If you need me to help you with this leg, I will. Okay. We're going to get here to the edge of the bed. And then we're going to go for a little walk. Okay. You know what? I'm going to unplug this for a second. I'm going to actually put this on. I'm afraid if you do have some dizziness or something, we might just get right from the bed to the chair. So I do want to get this in place. I promise you, you're fine. That's one thing when you're in the hospital, you never want to hear all kinds of beeping, right? Okay, let me put these brakes on. They give you patients these small rooms, don't they?
They do.
Okay. You got your walker right here. Your catheter's there. It's out of the way. It's not going to pull. Okay. So I'm going to have you come on over here and do your best to go ahead and sit up for me. Okay. Need a little bit of help.
Yeah. I just have a lot of trouble with it. This one.
Okay. So go ahead and come the whole way forward. And we're going to rest this leg down just like this. Okay. And I know you've had some dizziness. While I kind of let you sit here, how do you feel?
Just a little dizzy, but just kind of, but nothing.
Shaky?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you just kind of sit here for a second. Let me go ahead and take another blood pressure. Go ahead and, yeah, just rest it kind of at your side there. And go ahead and put this back on. Your oxygen levels looked fine. They were 98% when I checked it. Still doing okay? Okay. All right, so it's 105 over 65. Okay. It dropped a little bit, but what I'm gonna do is kind of keep an eye on you, okay?
Okay.
If you start to feel anything, you gotta let me know, okay? Take this off just for the time being. What kind of a dog is Sally?
Black lab.
Black lab. We have a border doodle at our house. Her name is Elsa. Alright, still feeling okay?
Yep.
Alright. So I'm gonna I got you tied up in the back, but I'm gonna put this extra gown on just so we don't go showing anything down the hall. Go ahead and put this arm through here, but because you have this IV in here, I don't want to kind of shorten the line, okay? So I'm gonna just kind of tie it right here. Okay. Alright. Do me a favor, you still feeling fine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel a little better now.
You're feeling better now?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to, if you want to do 2 hands at a time, you can. Bring both of your hands up over your head like this. Good. And behind your head. And then straight out in front of you. Okay. Hold this arm here. Don't let me push. Very good. Same thing over here. ED nurse, you gotta be strong, right? Go ahead and touch your shoulders here.
You never know when you're gonna have to wrestle.
Right. And don't let me pull. Oh, I'm sure you see some stuff, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Pull. Good. And then stretch your arms out like this for me. Don't let me bend your arms. Same thing over here. Try to watch that. Okay. Go ahead. I want you to squeeze my hands as hard as you can. Don't let me pull them away. Really good. Okay. That leg, I'm not necessarily going to touch or test, but can you at least bring it back to... That's not too bad. Okay. All right. This leg, can you kind of hike that leg up for me? And don't let me push down. Okay. And I'm going to have you kick this leg out and don't let me push, and then bend it back and don't let me pull. Good. Okay. All right. Still feeling okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling better as we sit here.
All right. And my gait belt is not appearing to be here at the moment. I'm going to have, let's see, oh, it's right out the door right here. So this gait belt, it's going to keep it a little bit easier for me to hold on to you, okay? I think you're going to do just fine. Excuse my reach. I think you're going to do just fine, but we put that on there for safety, okay? And here is, somebody messing with my gait belt. My coworker's trying to play tricks on me. Where are you from originally?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh?
Mm-hmm.
Good city. I'm assuming you are a Steelers fan?
Oh yeah. Whole family. Couldn't be anything else. My dad might have kicked you out.
I mean, what if you would have grew up to be like a Ravens fan or something?
That would not have been allowed in the house.
No.
You wouldn't have been allowed to live there.
Okay, all right. So, this toe touch weight bearing status. Whenever you get up, you're going to keep this leg out in front of you here because number 1, your toe touch weight bearing. Number 2, we don't want you to bend too far forward, okay? And what you're going to do is when you stand up, you're going to push with your hands, grab onto the walker. You're going to step first forward with that foot and then step through using your arms on this walker. Okay. The big thing that we don't want to do is you don't want to let that leg drag behind you.
Okay.
So you don't want to step first with your good leg because then this leg's kind of dragging behind you. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's get this, your Foley bag. That's a fun thing, huh?
Yeah. They said if I get up and move that
Yep.
they can take this out for me.
Right, that was the next thing I was going to tell you. As soon as you get up and moving, we're going to be good to go. All right, so I'm going to take this hefty IV pole. The good thing about it is it rolls real nice. So we're going to keep it out in front of us the whole time. Okay, we're going to keep this here. We're all clear. Okay, you still feeling fine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to walk out here, go down the hall, and then come back. Okay? Any questions before we go?
Nope.
Okay. You can use this hand right here to push from
Okay.
here. You wanna try not to pull yourself up using this walker.
Okay.
Okay? So if you can, try to push from down here.
Okay.
Okay? And I'm gonna let you go ahead and see if you can do that. Okay. Good job. Let me get you straightened out back here. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
Especially because if any of my coworkers come up here, I don't want them seeing my backside.
Right, there you go. You're all covered. Okay, no hiney showing. Alright, so you're gonna push that walker forward. And then you already have that foot forward, but you're barely gonna put, if you had an egg under your foot,
Mhm.
don't crush the egg.
Okay.
Okay? So then you're gonna push hard with your arms and then step through. Okay. Good. Good. Those might be a little bit tall for you.
Hard to get the thing to move forward.
It is, yep. Make sure, let's try to keep it over here. We don't wanna run into anything. Good.